The whole front of the end of the van is on fire at this point. My girlfriend has jumped out just as the fire started to go. I watched her beautiful long dark hair catch fire as she jumped out and heard her screaming. Her jacket she was wearing, her left sleeve had caught on fire because she had touched me and I was covered in gas. But she got out and they put her outside. There were truckers outside the van at that point that were then fighting a brush fire that had started alongside the road from the accident. I was still in the van. At that point, my left leg had caught on fire, and my left arm was also on fire. I don't know if you've ever been on fire before, but it is the most horribly painful thing that you will ever experience in your entire life, or that I've experienced so far in my entire life. There were two things I thought of when I was on fire, and that was I felt like I was being eaten by an invisible shark that just would never stop, and or like a zillion bee stings, but the most painful bee sting, and it just kept going because the fire was spreading. And I watched the fire as it hit my, it was kind of leaping up over on my leg, and I watched it burn through my pants and then through my thermal underwear that I was wearing, and then it hit my skin, and it just peeled my skin back like a scroll, and it hit the fat underneath the skin and just started sizzling like bacon. And I'm trying to get away from myself. My arm is also on fire, so I'm trying to get my face away from my arm, which is now dangling by itself because I've had to let go of it because I don't want to catch my right arm on fire, and I'm trying to figure out how to get away. So I backed away from the fire, which the whole front end of the van, and my way out is consumed by a gas fire right now. So I backed to the back of the van and try to get out from the back, but the back is locked. I can't get out because it's locked from the outside with a hasp lock. Don't ever do that. So I am in the van, I'm screaming, I can hear my own voice screaming, and I seem like myself is far away from what's going on, but yet I'm still there. And I have this thought that if I at least try to get out of the van by running into the fire and jumping out, then maybe I could get out. But if I don't get out, at least I'll die a lot quicker, which seemed like a good idea because I'll burn faster if I jump into that fire, which is I was going to jump onto the engine and then jump up through the open door of the passenger side. So I grabbed a hold of my arm and I ran towards the fire. I ran and I jumped up onto that burning engine and I jumped straight out of the van, and there was a trucker that was standing on top of the van on the side, and he grabbed me and he threw me to the road, and truckers put me out with fire extinguishers.